Hello, and a good evening to you. I hope that you have had an awesome on-passive day. Now, it should be pretty apparent after the first three videos that AI is about to become an incredibly disruptive force in the manufacturing sector, and it's not going to be long till we're fully immersed in the era of Industry 5.0. Yeah, 5.0. Right? We've all heard our CEO, Mr. Mufareh, talk time and time again about the innovation labs, what's coming out of them, new products, physical products, all sorts of stuff, right? The inventions. He's talked about the manufacturing facilities that are already producing products, and we are in lockstep with technology and change. So our business has people-centric ideals. It's resilient and it's sustainable. And in this Industry 5.0 on the way, but ONPASSIVE is already there. So, as we've seen, industrial revolutions have been rolling out since the 18th century. Machines, steam power, was a catalyst for the first revolution. Then electric power made assembly lines and mass production possible in the second. That led to the move from mechanical and analog technology to digital electronics and the introduction of computers in the third. Then we took all those things, we added AI with automation, and voila, right? We crossed right full tilt boogie into the fourth industrial revolution, and that's where we are on our way to where we're going, otherwise called Industry 4.0. This is the one that gave us the Internet of Things and all our connected devices, data analytics, autonomous robots, and so much more. Man, life is good, right? Now, history shows us that each individual revolution became the foundation for the next revolution, and with each new revolution, the distance between them, the time span, shortened. By some accounts, if you look on the page here, you can see 2020 marked the start of a brand new digital revolution. We call it Industry 5.0. It's a humanized vision of technological transformations for industry. It's characterized by people working alongside robots and smart machines, right? And using existing advanced technologies. But there's still a lot of manufacturers developing methods for interconnecting new technologies to improve efficiency and productivity, which was, after all, the guiding principle behind Industry 4.0. Now, I think that's a good thing, right? However, like it or not, the next phase of industrialization is already here. Industry 5.0 has arrived. It's been here for a while, and it's much more than just dialing up into industry, dialing it up a notch, right? And it's more than just the addition of things in industry. It's actually the next step in the evolution of manufacturing, and it's got some serious things, some seriously cool things in store for all of us. Now, Industry 5.0, the new industrial revolution, is about people working alongside robots and smart machines. As a matter of fact, it's about robots helping humans work better and faster by leveraging advanced technologies like the Internet of Things, IoT, and big data, as well as introducing AI into manufacturing. Moving into Industry 5.0, there are some things we can expect, right? We can certainly expect many more individuals are going to be working from home on a regular basis. Machines are going to be able to handle routine administration. Wearable and implantable technology for health and other uses is going to become more widely available. That's hopefully is going to give us healthier, longer living populations. What we call additive manufacturing, 3D printing, is going to become a lot more common. Chatbots are going to become a standard component of the consumer experience, I'm very sure. As a sidebar of notes, these revolutions have culminated in some very dramatic changes in society as well. I'm kind of excited about that. Closer integration of production systems with human participation in their operation and guidance combines high-speed accuracy of industrial automation with human thought, as well as critical and creative skills. And that has given us what was called now Society 5.0. Yeah, that's a real thing, right? And the concept of Society 5.0 has been promoted by the Japanese government for about a half dozen years or so. And when I started learning about this, man, I'm telling you what, I got all sorts of jazzed up, because ONPASSIVE, which is a huge AI IT startup, for those that don't know, has been ahead of that 5.0 curve, so to speak, for quite a while. Society 5.0 is an idea that puts society as a whole right smack dab in the middle of technology development rather than industry. And this means technology is being used as a driver, a catalyst for socioeconomics. Society 5.0 emphasizes the general welfare of people and puts humans and societal well-being at the center of the production process. This means shifting the focus from people serving organizations to organizations serving people. I mean, how cool is that, right? ONPASSIVE has been doing that for the last 4 years through a mixture of compassion and resolve, something that we call heart. They mix that with technology, and it's been summed up in the phrase AI with heart. CEO Ash Mufareh coined that term back in 2019, and we've been modeling connectedness and mutual benefit in business ever since. And as far as looking after the general welfare of society, well, one of the main objectives of ONPASSIVE, and right now, by extension, its charter members, right, is to lift humanity, to raise the human condition, as it were. Now, whether we say our emphasis is on the welfare of society or we're lifting humanity has no difference in my opinion, albeit I prefer the phrase lifting humanity. Now, if you're a member of ONPASSIVE, I'm sure that you've heard someone, right? Somebody's told you how big we are. And if you've heard how big we are, you've probably also heard we're bigger than that. Well, that's looking from the inside, right? I mean, we're inside ONPASSIVE, looking at ONPASSIVE, saying, wow, we're big. Now, if we look at what ONPASSIVE is doing outside and what the world is doing, we're going to see that it's leading global change that is literally changing the world. The vision for the fifth industrial revolution is mass personalization and customization made possible by cooperation between man and machine. That plays out as human and artificial intelligence work together in harmony, right? We've been having this very conversation, mass personalization and customization, in our discussions in ONPASSIVE for at least a year, if not more. I'm sure it's more, but I'm safe with saying at least a year. ONPASSIVE, just like Industry 5.0, wants to add a personal human touch to the Industry 4.0 pillars of automation and efficiency. And we've been working that out in our own way for about 4 years. Wow, that was quite a sidebar. Sorry about that. But getting back now to what we can expect. In manufacturing environments, robots have historically performed dangerous, monotonous, or physically demanding work, like welding or painting in auto factories, loading and unloading heavy materials in warehouses, yada yada. As machines in the workplace get smarter and more connected, we can expect to see Industry 5.0 combining those perceptive computing capabilities with human intelligence and resourcefulness operationally with humans and robots working together. The first company to provide industrial robots that work safely and effectively alongside humans was a company out of Denmark by the name of Universal Robots. Shouldn't be hard to remember. That was back in 2008. Prior to that, industrial robots traditionally worked apart from human workers, typically behind, walls or in steel cages or safety cages. But Universal Robots was the first company to deploy robots alongside human workers. And since then, pairing human and machine workers has opened the door to countless opportunities, especially in manufacturing. Industry 5.0 is still in its infancy, but we can expect manufacturers to continue developing ways to integrate human and machine workers so that they can maximize the unique benefits as it continues to evolve. But to be ready for Industry 5.0, there are 3 elements that I think that we need to probably understand. The first is simply this. Industry 5.0 is aimed at supporting, not superseding, humans. This doesn't mean that we should see robotics as a way to lessen the workforce or eliminate workers, right, whose jobs are repetitive or on assembly lines or mass production. valuing human intuition and problem-solving skills is a good way for manufacturers to position themselves to thrive. Now, we sometimes think factory workers can be easily replaceable or replaced by robots. Well, that's not usually the case. Repetitive tasks can be really difficult. And somebody working on an assembly line has got to make a lot of judgment calls. What industry has found is that when a person like that is removed, we end up with some problems that are really pretty hard to fix, okay? Even Tesla CEO Elon Musk, he admitted in a tweet not too long ago that, quote unquote, yes, excessive automation at Tesla was a mistake. To be precise, my mistake, humans are underrated, unquote. So, although robots are, a lot more consistent in performance than humans and a lot better at precision work, they do not possess the level of flexibility, adaptability, or critical thinking that humans do. Working with people, robots can fulfill their purpose of their design, which is to provide assistance and make our lives better. Universal Robots uses the term cobots as a way of emphasizing the importance of people in robotic technology. I kind of like that. In an article that was published on Enterprise IO2 Insights, it's a tech magazine, Espen Ostergaard, their chief technology officer and co-founder, said, quote, Industry 5.0 will make the factory a place where creative people can come and work to create a more personalized and human experience for workers and their customers, unquote. That sounds to me an awful lot like what we've heard on webinars with Mr. Mufareh. Those familiar with ONPASSIVE may recall conversations like that because we've been implementing that type of philosophy since we started. It's a big reason, or it's a big part of the reason, why we have some very smart people with very high-powered credentials coming to us from very high-powered firms. Now, the second thing we need to know probably about Industry 5.0 is that it's all about finding the optimal balance between efficiency and productivity. The objective of Industry 4.0 was to interconnect machines, processes, and systems to maximize performance, right? To get the optimum performance. Industry 5.0 takes that efficiency and that productivity a step further by refining the collaborative efforts between humans and machines to work together more smoothly and effectively. And the last key is, you're going to love this one. The progress of Industry 5.0 is simply unavoidable. I mean, face it. Once we've used technology to make a process more efficient, right, better, you can bet nobody's going back the old way. I mean, seriously, are you going to ditch your PC for a manual typewriter, maybe an old IBM Selectric 3, right? In the same way, Industry 5.0 is the manufacturing world's event horizon. It is the point of no return, right? Given everything to be gained, ain't nobody thinking about turning back. And I think the European Economic Social Committee, they summed it up pretty good when they said the proliferation of robotic automation is inevitable. Boom, there you have it. It's here to stay. Ultimately, it's not a question of whether a manufacturer can benefit from its personnel working alongside robots, but how they can best leverage new technologies to drive optimal outcomes for human-machine interaction. Now, thank you so much for watching. I certainly appreciate that, and I really hope that you got something out of it. If you're interested in learning more about ONPASSIVE, perhaps poking around the internet there, the ecosystem, or trying some free products, just scan the QR code here or click the link down below in the description box. But whatever you decide, just know that we only want blessing and blessing for you and yours. Thank you. Bye.